What's up? My name's Dylan. This is my dad's 2010 Acura TSX. He's been having issues recently, a vibration between 25 and 35 mile an hour. It's a common issue among TSXs. And after doing some researching, I found that a trans fluid flush will fix the issue. So I'm going to be doing that, as well as changing the filter on the backside of the motor. And I'm going to show you all how to do that because I've already done it on my TSX wagon. So we're going to go prove that theory real quick, that it has a vibration between 25 and 35, and then we'll get right into it. So right now we're doing about 25 mile an hour. I got a vibration right there. I don't know if you could hear it, I doubt it, but vibration right there. When you're getting ready to work on it, set your e-brake. You don't want this car rolling backwards on you. For added protection, put a rock or wheel chock behind the back wheel. Next step, you're gonna wanna pop your hood. Now, if you didn't know this about Hondas and Acuras, they have this cool feature. I call it a service mode. You know, you have this for, like, you know, most cars have that. They go that high, but you have another little hole right down here. My 2004 Honda, sitting right over there, has the same thing. But anyway, you have so much more room in here, and we're gonna get the transmission filter, which is right back here. It's a silly position to be in. And in fact, the engine is warm right now, and I should not be working on it when it's warm, but I didn't think this through. So we're gonna roll with it. Next up, we're gonna wanna jack up the car. So get your jack. Slide it under the car. And there's a little jack point right here. And now you're gonna wanna jack up your car where you have enough room underneath it to work. And because the jack is in the way of our drain plug for the transmission, which is right here, I have to move 2 jack stands underneath it. I chose to put it on this little frame piece right here by all the suspension components for the front end. Now you're gonna let your jack down on top of those. I have mismatched jacks. Please do not bully me for that. Now that you're under the car with jack stands in place, you're gonna need a fill pan, a 3/8 ratchet, and you're gonna wanna take off this little fill plug right here. Or drain plug, I'm sorry. Came loose just like that. Set this in the way. Put some gloves on. I just drove the car, it's a little hot. Plus, proper safety equipment is always cool. Oh yeah, that stuff is black. And we're gonna pick up this little plug right here. There's a little bit of metal shavings on it. It's not the worst I've seen, but we're gonna get rid of all that here pretty soon. While we're waiting for the fluid to drain, we're gonna play around with the dog. Okay, playtime's over. Now it's time to install the plug back in. Check your washer, make sure it's good, no cracks, no damage of any kind. Wipe the metal off the magnet on the end. Reinsert it in there. And we're gonna tighten her up. I like doing that. I don't want to put too much force on it, and doing that will give it enough torque, I think. Yeah, that's not budging. So I'll wipe up down here. Now we're gonna go on top. And of course, since we're going back on top, I want to let it back down so I have more room to play up there. Oh, it's not enough. That's more like it. Now on my 2012 TSX, I could have sworn that the filter was back here, And it was kind of silly to reach to, or maybe I'm mistaken, it could have been right there. But that is the filter, and I know that because the filter I'm using is this right here. I'm gonna compare. Well, a little bit of a shadow there, but it looks the same, don't it? So that bolt right down there is a 10 millimeter. And a wise man once told me, there's no reason to make things harder than they need to be. So we're going in with like 30,000 extensions. Break it loose. And it should just be that one 10 millimeter bolt. Now it's loose. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna grab a pair of pliers and undo these two clips on the hoses on either side. So what I did was I got a nice little pick like this. I'm gonna stick it in there, try not to damage it. Kind of work it around it, try and break it loose. Sorry, I'm having issues focusing. So after working my way around it with the pick, I can pull it off. There's gonna be a little bit of fluid, but that's okay. Now what I like doing is I like twisting this hose back around here behind the motor, right back in here, and working from back here. Right now I have my left hand in here. I got this clip off and I reached in here with the little needle nose thingy, and I have got it loose. I just pull it off. And here we are, new filter versus old. I got the new one from Acura as well as Acura ATF. And now I've got the back hose thing on. So we're gonna bend it back this way through here. We're gonna reach through here. Kind of difficult to do this with one hand. My non-dominant hand at that. So there's that. Now we're gonna take this clip and put it back in like that on top of that. So now I got this little bolt right down here. Get my fat hand through the way. And there it started. Take this hose, put it back on there. Now you're gonna wanna get some pliers and pull that back down there and tighten that up right there. So there's the new filter, looking nice, all tidied up, tightened up, ready to go. I haven't found any other like fill spots, so I just fill it for the dipstick hole. In order to do that, we're gonna need a really long funnel. One of these bad boys. I think I got this at O'Reilly's. And take your ATF. This is already, so it takes 3.5 quarts. I've got 4 over there, and then I got this one because I did the ATF on my wagon. Now I'm doing it on this, so I'm gonna use the half left over from the wagon on this. I'll have 1 quart left over. So if you look here on the fluid dipstick, that is just a hot reading. So I'm gonna have to drive it a little bit. I put 3.5 quarts in, but we're gonna check it anyway. So right now, everything's back together. I'm gonna take it for a test drive, see how she feels, check the fluid again, and then everything is good, and we're good to go. Remember, before you take off, take your block or chalk out of there, put the e-brake down, and as you can see, we have no lights on the dash, which is very good. But here we are on the test drive. Just going through the gears, I should say. It feels great. Here's 25 to 30. Here's where it starts vibrating. I don't feel anything. Let's keep on driving for a little bit though. Warm her up. I'm gonna try it again. I'm sensing no vibrations at all. Shifts feel really great. I don't even notice it shifting. I'm gonna try it one more time. Shifts feel great. Now we're gonna get on her a little bit and see how she feels going through the gears. Feels great. right. So here we're on the side of the road. We're actually pulled off the side of the road. We are safe. Can hardly see it, but maybe it'll focus. Both holes are filled with ATF. One final little test drive on the way home. And I think we're good. And here we are. I'm gonna try it one last time to see if I still get that vibration. I don't feel a thing. The shifts feel really solid and really smooth. Now we're gonna start from a slower speed and get on it. Shifts feel solid, smooth. So there you have it. A transmission fluid and filter change on a 2010 TSX. Should be the same as 09 through 14 TSXs. I'm not sure about the V6s, and the stick shifts they don't have ATF. The car shifts smooth. It feels great. I didn't notice that vibration at all. I do not think it's going to be coming back. Another thing, they recommend changing these. All the Facebook groups will say it as well, that you change your fluid and filter at 60,000 miles and every 30,000 after that. I don't think it matters. This car was changed at 198,000 miles and it drives like it's brand new. It feels great. My 2012 wagon up there, it's been about almost 20,000 miles since I've changed it. I changed the fluid and filter in it at 104,000 miles. Haven't had any issues out of it since. But thank you for watching. If there's anything else I can do, let me know. I'll get around to it, I'm sure. And I think that's it. Thank you.